Hello everyone, hopefully you just came over from my first video where I showed you how to solve the top layer and how easy it was. Now I'm going to show you how to solve the bottom layer, and I only have 10 minutes to do this, so I'm going to talk kind of fast. The first thing you do is you go to the top layer actually, and you take one of these side pieces and you take it down and just put it in the middle layer somewhere, like that, okay? This is called your keyhole piece, and I'll get into this later. You're going to use it to solve the side pieces on the bottom, okay? So once you created your keyhole piece, now go to the bottom layer. And what you're going to do is you're going to try and find two corner pieces that are across from each other and in the correct position, okay? So here's how you do that. This side's going to be red, this side's going to be yellow, and this side's going to be blue. So you need to find the red, yellow, and blue corner piece and put it in its correct spot, okay? So red, yellow, blue, and red, yellow, blue. Okay, that's in the correct spot. Now you're going to check the corner pieces across from it. This one and this one, and see if they're in the right spot, okay? Red, yellow, green, and this is orange, blue, yellow. Okay, so this one's wrong. Now we'll check this one. Blue, yellow, orange. Well, this is the green, yellow, orange. So that one's wrong. So now what you're going to do is you're going to check another side. This is blue, yellow, orange. Find the blue, yellow, orange piece and stick it in its correct spot. And then check this one next to it. We got orange, yellow, and green. Okay? Well, this one's wrong. Okay? So now we're going to take the orange, yellow, and green piece and we're going to stick it in its correct position. We got orange, yellow, green, and this is orange, yellow, and green here. And check the one next to it. We have green, yellow, and red. And the green, yellow, and red cube is in the right spot. Okay? So we have green, yellow, orange, green, yellow, orange, and green, yellow, red. Green, yellow, red. Okay? These two are in the correct spot. So now these two on the bottom, they probably need to be switched. And here's how you check. Yellow, blue, and red. So the yellow, blue, red one should be right here. Okay, but notice the yellow, blue, orange one is there. Alright? Therefore, the yellow, blue, red one is over here on the other side. So you're going to need to switch these two. Okay? These two are correct. These two need to be switched. Okay? So in order to do that, you're going to use this algorithm right here. Okay? U prime, F, U, L prime, U, L, U prime, F2, and that will switch those two bottom corner pieces, okay? If you want to pause the video and write that down, this is the algorithm you're going to need to switch these bottom two cubes, okay? So here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. U prime, F, U, L prime, and then U, L, U prime, F2. And that switched these two bottom pieces and kept these two in the same spot. We had green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, orange, green, yellow, orange, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, or excuse me, yellow, blue, red, and then yellow, blue, orange, yellow, blue, orange. Alright? So now, all the corner pieces on the entire cube are in their correct position. But the four corner pieces on the bottom are not color aligned. Okay? So now, once you got this far, what you're going to do is look at what kind of situation you got here. And in this situation, I got one corner piece that corresponds to the center. Okay? When this happens, you rotate the whole cube until that corner piece is in your upper right hand corner, like this. Okay? Then, once it's there, you're going to do this algorithm. Okay? U prime, F2, U, F, U prime, F, U, F2. And notice I showed you all the different outcome possibilities. This is the one my cube is in right now. Put the cube in that position and do the algorithm. If it's like this, where you have two that are across from each other, put them on the left side of the cube and do this algorithm. If you have two that are diagonal from each other, put the cube in that position. Do the algorithm. If we have no corner pieces that correspond, put the cube however you want, as long as that side is facing you, then do the algorithm. Okay? So, you might want to pause the video and write that down, because this is the second algorithm and probably the most difficult one. So in this situation, I got one. So U prime, F2, U, F, U prime, F, U, F2. And notice I still have one, okay? Keep it there in the upper right hand corner. If it was down here, you would just rotate the cube until it's in the upper right hand corner. Do it again. U prime, F2, U, F, U prime, F, U, and then F2. Okay? And it took me only 2 times of doing that algorithm to color orientate the entire cube. Usually you have to do this more than twice. Sometimes it happens on the first time. Sometimes you have to do it 4 times, alright? But eventually you will get the cube into this state right here where all the corner pieces are correct. Once you've done that, you need to fill in the side pieces on the bottom using your keyhole piece, okay? And here's how you do that. Well, this side's going to be green and this side's going to be yellow. So find the green and yellow piece. And it's right here in the middle layer, okay? So this is your keyhole piece. And you're going to take your green and yellow piece and you're going to put it in that stash spot. And there's that perspective again, okay? It's stashed over here, and there's your keyhole piece, okay? Now you take your green and yellow spot where you want it to go and put it directly beneath your keyhole piece, okay? There's the green-yellow spot, there's your keyhole piece, and there's where it's stashed. Once you got that, you just take this and rotate it up and stick that into place, okay? And then move it down. Now go on to the next one. This is orange, and this one's going to be yellow. Find the orange and yellow piece. And it's in the middle of the layer again, okay? Make sure your keyhole piece is over here. Take that orange and yellow piece and stick it in the stash spot. Then take the orange and yellow spot where you want it to go and put it beneath your keyhole piece, okay? There's your keyhole piece. There's where it is, okay? Now you just take it, move it up, and stick it in the spot, alright? Then move it back down. Now go on to the next one. This is blue, this is yellow. Find the blue and yellow piece. And the blue and yellow piece is... okay, it's on the bottom, but it's in the wrong spot, okay? So what you do is you take that piece on the bottom and you put it beneath your keyhole piece, okay? And then you rotate it up and move it through the keyhole piece into the stash spot, okay? Move your keyhole piece back up top. And then just finish it like you did earlier. Take the blue and yellow spot where you want it to go and put it beneath your keyhole piece, okay? There's the spot where it's going. There's your keyhole piece. Move it up and stick it into position. Notice this time it's backwards. Put it back in the stash spot, take this, and move it to the other side. Okay, it's over here. You can put it in that way, and it'll accept it. Then move it down. Then do your last one, red and yellow. Find the red and yellow piece. It's in the middle layer. Alright? So take it and put it in the stash spot. Okay? There's your keyhole piece. There's your stash spot. Red and yellow right there. Take the red and yellow side, the piece where you want it, place where you want it to go, and put it beneath your keyhole piece. Okay? Just rotate it up and stick it into position. Alright? Again, it's backwards. Put it back in the stash spot. Take this, put it on the other side, and then rotate it into position and move it down. Okay? So now, as you can see, your bottom layer is solved completely, and your top layer is solved completely except for the keyhole piece. So if you want to continue, click over to my third video. It's called How to Solve the Rubik's Cube Ideal Solution 3, and I'll show you how to solve the keyhole piece and the middle layer.